Hello, class. Today I'll be sharing with you my personal story. I decided to name it Do Not Trust Your Surroundings. Okay, here we go. And by the way, excuse me if I start coughing. I'm just getting over COVID here. Um, I remember it was 1998. I was 8 years old in the third grade. I wasn't the prettiest, the nicest dressing kid, as in like with top shoes and top uniform, because that's what we used to wear back in the day. White top, navy uniform. Um, and my mom always made sure she would take us to Paley Shoes before the school year started and buy us the nice dressy shoes. The ones that had the Velcro on it for girls, the dress shoes. I hated them. And then with the long socks that we would fold at the ankles, just liked them. Well, there I would go to school every day, walking, getting on the bus, going to breakfast. There was one afternoon as we were coming back from recess. I remember my third grade teacher. Her name was Miss Little. She instructed us to put our heads down and cool off because it was very hot outside. I remember I was sweating. I was one of those kids that couldn't set foot outside because immediately I turned like a red tomato, and people thought, "Are you okay? Are you about to faint? Do you need water?" Hey, it's normal. I'm Guatemalan. I would tell them, "This is the color we turn in our country." And kids would laugh. So we were in the classroom. We put our heads down, right? I'm over here thinking, "Oh, yes, I can take a little 5 minute nap. Oh, this feels wonderful." I'm thinking that I'm going to do that, right? So as I'm approaching my chair, the area where I'm sitting, I get distracted by another classmate that's across from me. You see, I was a very distractible child. Easy get distracted. And she was telling me something about recess, and I'm listening, yeah, and in the back I hear Mrs. Little say, "Hey, hey, come on, guys, come on. I gave you orders. Let's all sit down now, put our heads down." As I was going towards, I had pulled my chair out, and I'm over here still talking yakety, 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 yakety. Yeah, yeah. Oh, but you know what? At lunchtime, I really liked the pizza we had. Yeah, the peaches. Oh, yes, I love them too. I kept talking. I became distracted. So then, as I was going to sit, right? There I go. Getting there. And then I sit, boom. I landed right on the carpet with my legs up in the air and this huge noise. Like it felt like I blown away every classmate that was in there that day. I passed gas. In other words, I farted. It was the hugest fart that anybody had ever heard. My entire classmates were laughing and cracking up and just started to make fun of me. I was just there, laying up and with my legs up in the air, just looking. I immediately turned red as a tomato. I remember I was so embarrassed. I didn't know what to do. I just was looking at my surroundings, left and right, front, up in the sky. And I'm like, how am I going to get up? This is embarrassing. My teacher was the only one that came to my rescue because the rest of the class was too busy laughing. They had never heard anybody fart, especially after falling or missing their chair. As I got up from the floor with the help of my teacher, she tells the class, children, this is not acceptable. We cannot laugh at our dear friend. Accidents happen and we all pass gas. Don't you think, Alberto? She pointed at him because she saw him pulling my chair. So, Alberto, I looked at him and I told him, Alberto, did you really pull my chair? No, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, see, I was in third grade. I was toothless. I was missing my 4 front teeth. My hair were always in braids because my mom would always say, you better not catch lice because you come here, I'll chop off your hair. So that fear, right? So the braids, nerdy looking, ugly. I had been told, right, before, oh, he has crushes on you, but I did not know what a crush was. I was in the third grade. So that day, I became more aware of my surroundings. I decided that every day now, when I would come into class for the first time at 8 a.m., if we went on our specials, recess, etc., let me show you what I started to do. All right, this is the chair in front of the desk. So, because of what had happened to me, and I didn't want it to ever happen, it was embarrassing to fart in front of everybody, but I decided to make the best out of it. You know, I would get made fun of every day, and they would see me. Oh, look, there's the gas girl. There's the fart girl. Look, she's coming. Be careful. She's gonna bomb you away and make you fly up high in the sky. Well, I'm not gonna lie. It was getting to me, but then I said, nah, forget them. Instead of allowing them to laugh at me, I joined to laugh with them. So, within a couple of weeks, the girl who fell because she missed her chair and farted with the legs up in the air, that was old news. But for me, I learned a lesson. I learned to not be a distracted person, to be more aware of my surroundings, and so practice makes perfect. And at the end of it was still third grade. So like I said, every time I would come into classroom or we would leave and come back, I was gonna sit, right? Come on, class, grab your seats and sit down. We're gonna move on to the next subject. This was me. You could just hear it. And I would grab my chair with my hand and sit and grab onto it. And if I had to move in, I would pull it. And even as an adult now, I still do the same thing. And if I'm gonna get up, I do the same. Scoop, 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 hold it, and stand. Because I don't want to ever fall down to the ground, maybe break a bone, or better yet, let a little gas or two right out the exhaust pipe. Thank you.